This one's for the artists out here. Let's talk about how you can successfully do a really high quality memorial tattoo for somebody. Weird question, right? But here's the thing though, and I know this from talking to my clients over and over again. I'm gonna give you guys the hookup on how to have the type of business that people will tell everybody they see, even if that person doesn't want tattoos, about you, okay? And first off, this is a hard one because it's so easy for us to get jaded. You have to care about people. I know, they make it hard sometimes, I get it, all right? But if somebody comes to you with a memorial tattoo they want to get for their grandmother, there's a set of circumstances or actions I'm going to try to kind of gift you with here to help you understand why it's going to be good to do these things, what kind of impact it makes on that person, and how that will impact your business. Okay, and I'm coming from this from the perspective of I used to be a person who was like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, pay me, get the fuck out. The tattoo is quality, and you should be happy with that. But that's not how it works. And if you do it the way I'm talking about, people will be so stoked on the process and the experience with you that the tattoo being good on top of that is just a bonus for everything else, all right? The experience is important, people. And so if they say wanted a memorial tattoo for their grandma, let's ask some questions. I know that's hard. Not like, what do you want to get tattooed? Okay, well, you've told me a little bit about what you want to get tattooed. What was your grandmother's name? Okay, well, how long ago did she pass on? Okay, what were some activities that you guys did together that you remember for sure that are just very powerful things? Okay. And what impact did she have on your life? And when you ask questions like that, first of all, as an artist, it lets me get creative. Because let's just say, oh, we used to watch hummingbirds all the time when I was a kid, and it was just her favorite bird in the world, and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, well, you were already talking about hummingbird tattoos, so we kind of got that a little bit. Well, what was her favorite color? Oh, okay, she loved purple. Well, there's not really purple hummingbirds out there, or not that many. I'm not like a biologist, but let's see if we can't tie that in here. We'll get out of there like a purple flower, or we'll do like a purple hummingbird for her so we can really tie that in. Awesome, okay, cool. And then if you actually say that person's name that they lost, first of all, do you have any idea how powerful it is when you remember your client's name when they walk through the door and you're like, hey, what's up, Jim? Even if you don't, you should be writing that down somewhere so that when you walk out there, that they know that you care enough to at least have written it down or know their name. It's powerful stuff, I promise you guys, okay? And this is all part of the experience that I'm talking about. Now imagine too that you're that client. Now this person has not only already dug way deeper into the issue than you were already prepared to do, and they've expressed an interest in you. Now I'm gonna tell you a little story about a tattoo I've done recently that was a very incredibly powerful experience for me, okay? These clients, they lost their daughter, little Hannah, at 3 years old from leukemia, okay? They had a picture of her that somebody had photoshopped some wings on as she was walking away, and they wanted this whole scene with like God's hands welcoming her into heaven and like the gates of heaven and stairway going up and then like doves, and it was intense. I mean, to say the least, it was massively intense. I actually found myself crying afterwards just because he was crying, and it was just an incredibly emotional experience. I literally just tattooed a little girl who had passed on, and I took the time to get to know her name. That's important, guys, and it's important to them. It makes them feel like less than just a paycheck to you, all right? And then this next time they came and they're getting to bottom of it, and they were like, well, we want some crossed swords because her battle finally, was over, and, some of these flowers and these flowers. And by the time we'd gotten all the way through it, I found like some swords that were from his like genealogical heritage. We used something called a cairn, which is like a old stack of rocks that people used to use as like a memorial instead of a headstone, way ancient times. And then we found the specific type of flowers that their daughter loved, and some wild roses, and kind of had a whole frame of wild roses and these Bermuda buttercups kind of wrapping around it with these swords laying against that rock pile. And by sitting around and talking to them and asking them questions relevant to who they are as a person, I had all of that where I was able to put it together and have it make sense, because they didn't have any idea to have it leaning against something. The pictures they were showing me were katanas, and I don't have any problem with katanas, but if that's not your heritage, let's do something that has to do with you, Those people, first of all, the Google reviews, the Facebook reviews are powerful. They're paragraphs long, okay? So that you cannot pay for that type of advertisement for your company. But more importantly, I really did care. More importantly, that was a powerful experience for me. And I think so many of us get so jaded that we start to forget that our clients are people too. And as long as you're treating them like a paycheck or a number or an annoyance, you can imagine the impact that's going to have on your business. But when you get to know somebody You're giving something. It's just like I'm doing right here, guys. You need to give more value than you expect in return. And the universe will repay you tenfold, but you need to give it freely without expectation of something in return. And I promise you, the payoff, when you start actually caring about people, emotionally, it's gonna be amazing. You're gonna fall back in love with your career. And from a financial business perspective, you will double, triple, quadruple your business. With these types of business models, I've gone from being booked out a week or two in advance to 7 to 8 months now. We're booking into next year, and it's currently April 3rd, I think today. Yeah, April 3rd. So hopefully that helps you guys. Love y'all. Talk to you soon.